vlogging stuff? Like putting yourself out there?
I don't do it, but
I have no idea what to say. No, I don't find it. At first, yeah, it's still kind of difficult.
Where you go.
I swear this thing's still recording, so we're good.
Like, why don't you do it?
I'm trying to get him to.
Like, is there a reason or you just don't?
I find it cheesy.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I don't like vlogging. Like, if I'm doing an Instagram story, okay, that I gotta get back into and do it.
Yeah, you don't do that.
I don't do it. I'll do it here and there, but like I just don't fucking feel like doing it. It's just me.
That's fair.
But vlogging, I find it cheesy. Like, everybody does it. It's just like, oh, hey guys, what's up? This is like, I don't know. For me, it's like
do something different then.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
I know. That's why I want to do more cinematic shit. Like Peter
Yeah.
McKinnon, it's still vlogging, but there's more cinematic stuff. There's more like steady cam, just talking shit. Like that's
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I
Right?
didn't mean just
Yeah.
like, hey, I just meant filming yourself and putting yourself out there,
Yeah.
rather than just your work.
Well, I
Yeah,
was even
that's
telling him, like, make little tutorials of you editing.
yeah. Well, I have them all saved up. I just gotta start.
Just start dropping them when you post.
Yeah, I know. I want to do the voiceover, so I gotta go buy a mic and then I'll do it.
Yeah, no,
Just use your own mic.
don't wait.
I guess I can plug it into my laptop.
Just record on your camera
Oh yeah, true.
and then watch the video.
Well, now I can't. I got a 24 mil. So I can actually have. I don't have the 50 now, so I'm actually.
There you go. You're set.
There you go.
So yeah, just do that. But no, for vlogging, I still find it somewhat difficult in public. It just feels weird, especially holding such a big camera. Like if it was a little camera, fine, it's simple. But like, I don't know. For me, like stories are the easiest. 10 seconds, 15 seconds, vlog yourself real quick, boom, done type of thing. It's not like you gotta explain everything like vlog and stuff like that.
That's fair.
But I don't find it too bad. I just need to like kind of get better at vlogging and like explaining more stuff. And
So you're not like shy about it. Like you're just like,
so like it takes me a couple takes to do it,
oh, okay.
but I'm not fucking takes too you can shut up over there. I'm not too shy about it. I also need to get a better guy to film me shooting because Frank slacks on that.
On what? Sorry, I'm not even paying attention. But what?
Slacking on filming me shooting, or deletes it.
I thought I sent it to you, man. Come on, it was like 3 clips.
Go to the Eagle's Nest, and I'm like, hey, I'm gonna vlog this. I need some of me shooting in my vlog since I'm never shooting in him. And whatever filmed them, and I guess he thought he sent them to me. He didn't send them to me. They're gone now.
Well, I came here. I had a folder set up on my desktop for you. I don't know what happened. I thought I gave them to you. I guess I didn't. You're supposed to give me your hard drive, so I put them on, but I guess I never actually did it.
I think that's when we were recording the Cap Studios one, or that's the Boundcast one.
Yeah, one of those
Boundcast
ones. I came late. That's what happened.
Yeah.
So I didn't give it to you, and I was supposed to give it to you after. I forgot, and I was at home like, why is this still here? Delete. I don't have any backups of it. I'm like, well.
It's not the whole Eagle's Nest vlog. It's just Frank.
Do you find it like important though to like have stories and all that?
Like have like a storyline.
No, like when you have like your Instagram when you shoot or whatever. Like how important do you find
I find
having the BTS and all that?
I find it important just because, like, yeah, you have the photos, but in a way, it kind of shows how you got the photos, or like the angle you were taking, or like what your whole surrounding was when you took it. You know, that's why I try and film it or do it, and I have my own account, so
True.
I just like kind of post stuff on there from time to time, grow that a little bit. But yeah, like I find it important.
Just get people knowing what you're doing. Like, I mean, you don't have to,
Yeah.
but it just gets people like look at your stuff. You're like, oh, okay, cool. He's
Yeah.
doing this. He's doing different.
I find that like
stuff.
stories for me like do a lot.
Yeah. Well, I generally like I'll get more views on my stories than I will likes. And I find like, especially vlogging myself, like people know who I am before they meet me, and they know what I look like, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people say like the art should speak for itself type of thing, but like I find also knowing the artist helps a lot, and shows like who that person is and kind of why they shoot this type of stuff or do this, you know?
Yeah, because if you don't know the person, you don't know like their vibe, and if it's like they're a completely different person, you're like, oh shit,
Yeah.
I don't want to shoot with that person now. Like their work's great, but like
Yeah.
this is awkward or whatever is going on.
Because for me, I guess like I have two ways of thinking about it. I know what you're saying like it helps to know the person, etc. But at the same time, especially like if you're like me, dreads, this, all that. For some people, seeing that might deter them from the work.
Yeah.
So like for me at first, I was like, I'm just gonna let the work speak for itself first.
Yeah.
And then now I'm getting more comfortable like being like, this is who I am.
Yeah.
Because I was kind of like iffy with that, especially like when like conferences, events, and stuff like that.
Exactly.
So I kind of see what you're saying.
Yeah, that's fair. And like I don't know, in a way, like it almost, I find it might help a person want to shoot with you.
Yeah.
Because it shows that you're so comfortable in front of camera, like you can help them feel comfortable as well and stuff like that. So like I don't know.
Yeah.
For me, I find it's been working out. I only kind of recently started doing it this year, but like before, I just let my work speak for myself. But definitely posting stories helps a lot.
Yeah. Cause I find like for me, because I do so much stuff, I'm always like climbing stuff and doing this and doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Like people get a like enjoyment out of that. And they want to shoot with me.
Yeah.
But it's like that's me just trying to get photos.
Yeah, exactly. Especially like. I think one of them was like you on top of Dream and Idea's shoulders.
Oh man, those are funny ones.
Like if you didn't have that, no one would know how you got that shot and what you went through to get that shot.
Yeah.
And, like stuff like that. So like I just find that cool and it's like fascinating to me. Like just shows how far you're willing to go to like get your shot.
Yeah, because otherwise it's just flat. You just see a picture. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But like it almost gives you like another story to your photo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it frames the whole thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
no,
that's what you're saying.
That's why I enjoy posting stories and stuff like that.
Because like I follow a Facebook page and it's just like before like what the shot is and how they got the shot. I'm there like, like oh man, a lot of those like those those neon shots, the reflections, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, this one photographer has like a 50-inch monitor, like.
And
then he displays those designs on them and uses that as a reflection.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
You're inside. You have control of the light. It's not too dark because you can control it, and you can put your own design on. I'm like, why would I not think about that? I'm like, bro, you just made like the biggest hack. It's insane.
Exactly.
Yeah,
like even doing that, like it helps people figure stuff out as well because it can show them tricks on how to do stuff.
Yeah,
especially like
creative.
You filming yourself editing or like just filming your screen recording and then doing a voiceover. It can show people why you're doing it, how you're doing it, in case someone doesn't know how to do it, like especially frequency separation.
Yeah, that's true.
All that stuff,
It does create value because like watching you guys, honestly, like it's improved my photography and my things a lot. Like you guys don't know, like like I'm always posting your stuff. Like I actually look up to you guys a lot.
That means a lot.
Because you guys like do a lot of work, and it's like I watch like your podcast and like I hear things. I'm like, oh shoot, I should be doing that.
Yeah.
Like, why am I not doing that? But just hearing it from somebody else sometimes gives you that like, yeah, I can do it too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, exactly. Like that's one of the reasons why we wanted to start the podcast. Showcase other people's work. It helps us showcase our work as well. But then like just help people gain and learn knowledge and grow as much as they can.
And we learn a crap load too from everybody else. Like,
exactly.
It's insane.
Like we want to have like someone who like actually just shoots weddings on as well, because like that's a lot of people want to learn about that.
Yeah.
So I have Boundcast on who does landscapes.
Yeah, I just shot with him the other day.
Yeah.
I loved talking to him. I never thought about selling prints until I talked to him.
Exactly.
And I was like, why?
Exactly.
Why did I never think about that? And
like
now I'm making my website and it's like that's something that I'm looking forward to.
Oh, that's smart out.
Yeah.
There's so much like stuff to be made with like prints. It's insane.
Especially people who just do landscapes and don't know how to make profit off of it.
Yeah.
Like
that's the easiest way to start. Do you want to do an intro?
Yeah, we can do the intro.
I mean, we're like halfway through. But,
that's perfect, man. It's good knowledge in here.
Good value. I know. That's why I was like, I don't want to interrupt. But like,
we just started talking.
Let's start an intro, maybe.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Born to Create podcast, ran by Acef.media. Make sure to check out the podcast on YouTube, iTunes, and Spotify. Subscribe, comment, share it. Let us know how you guys feel about it, how we can change it, who you guys want to see on the podcast, stuff like that. You can find us on Instagram at Born to Create Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Ace.
I'm Frank, and today's guest is
Pedro.
Go for it.
My name is Pedro Domingos, but I go by Pedrodecimus on Instagram. I do mostly portrait photography on my Instagram, but I also do like events, weddings, anything that comes my way. I like to learn and develop my style.
Yeah, exactly. No, I feel you on that. Definitely just shooting everything and anything helps so much. Helps you find what you don't want to do.
Yeah.
That's my look at it.
Yeah.
As long as I like the idea, I'll go shoot it. If I don't like it, I don't like the client, I'm not shooting it.
Yeah, because one thing I've always said is like, you never know what's the thing that's going to work out for you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because like you might go into something you don't really like it, but that's what works out for you financially.
Yeah.
And then you can find what you actually want to do with that.
Exactly.
So that's why I'm like, I'm not turning things down that like I haven't experimented with. Because like, I don't know if I'm going to like it or not like it. So might as well do it,
No doubt. Obviously, money helps with doing stuff like that.
Yep.
Big time.
Got to pay the bills. But no, like, I don't know. Shooting everything and anything just helps so much.
Is there anything you wouldn't shoot?
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't crossed that bridge yet.
Okay. That's good.
Like, I thought about it. I'm like, if someone, as weird as this may sound, if someone wants to pay me to take a photo of them taking a dump, I'd do it. As weird as that sounds. In a way, it's artistic. No one would really want to do it, but it would help you figure out like how can you put your own spin on this to make it look cool, and it'd be a challenge, you know.
See, that's like art.
Like honestly,
the way you're seeing it, yeah.
I thought about this one day.
I'm giving you that challenge, dude. I want to see a series.
Yo, if anyone wants to pay me to take a photo of them taking a dump, I'll do it.
You'll see the person at its most like rawest form ever.
It's
straight up,
and it leaves the viewer to think like, why is this guy doing that? Why is?
If you look at like artistic photography, a lot of it is things that you would never think anybody wants to see or anybody would do. So I get that.
And it's funny because it's like the things people would pay big money for too. Yeah. Like I don't know. That's just one of my things I thought about. I was like, yo, if someone wants to pay me, I'll do it.
Yeah.
No, I find that actually interesting.
Yeah.
The way that you said it though, like. You know what I mean? You think about framing, you think about this, how would I do this? Like, you're not just thinking about, oh, it's money. Yeah. You actually have your art too.
Oh, I'm just going to go take a photo and I'm done. Like, what's the point in that?
Yeah.
But what about you?
Yeah. I mean, there's things like I don't mind doing, but I don't want to do it.
What wouldn't you want to shoot?
Baby pictures. Like, infant, like, I don't mind kids. Kids, I do not mind. Infant, I cannot. I've done it before, I cannot. Because it was different. I had to do passport pictures.
Oh, okay.
At like Staples, but like infants is insane, man. Because the parent has to hold the neck so the neck doesn't snap off.
Okay.
But you have to hide the hand under the shirt so the hand doesn't show, and then you have to have them open their eyes and look at you. Yeah, you know how long that takes for one picture.
See, things I never would have thought of.
Like, no, yeah, me either.
For passports, yeah, it's insane. But like, I wouldn't mind doing it. It's just like. It's not probably something I wouldn't like. Yeah. Want to keep. I will do it once or twice, but I wouldn't want to keep doing it every single time.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
So like, there's little things like that. Like I'm like, I don't mind doing it. It's fun doing it. I just rather not.
Yeah, that's fair. What about you?
Food photography. Weirdly,
huh?
Because I really wanted to do it at some point, but I just don't think I would enjoy it.
No.
I'm a very like, in the moment creator, so that's why I don't shoot in studio a lot. So it's just something that I don't think I'd want to do. Yeah. Like I've tried it and I just haven't enjoyed it. Oh, yeah, but I guess maybe if I had like somebody that knows how to do it and I did it properly, then I might enjoy it. But so far the times that I've tried, I just haven't. Yeah, I haven't enjoyed it.
No, yeah, I've tried it a couple of times. I don't know. I don't find it. It doesn't interest me.
It's much. Completely different, because it's not. It's about the angle, but it's more about the placement of stuff. So if you're not like. If you don't have an eye for like placing stuff perfectly or like lighting it perfectly, because like honestly, a product shot or like food photography can have like 20 lights on it.
Yeah.
Like to highlight little pieces, like that's how insane it is.
Yeah.
Right, like you can do it basic and it'll be super nice, but like higher end stuff, it's insane. And it's a different art form.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
Like definitely good to know like your rule of thirds and like placing everything and like the I don't know what it's called. The thing that goes like this.
Golden ratio?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Like knowing like certain stuff like that definitely helps. And just, but I don't know. I don't think I'd be able to do food photography either.
Yeah, cause I saw you when you used to do it in the studio.
Yeah.
It wasn't too bad. I just did it because I had to do it.
Man, I used to do that way back in the day. Food photography. Oh man, that's some nice shots too. And I was like, I stopped. I was like, nah.
Gotta post some of those.
No, because I was like, the food's cold, man. I'm hungry. Because I would actually eat the food. So I'm like, man, this is cold. I start eating my fish. I'm like, man, back in the microwave it goes, man. I'm hungry.
That's fair. It also helps to know like tips and tricks and stuff with that.
Oh, yeah.
Like, especially with pancakes. I'm pretty sure with pancakes you stick a cardboard in the middle and then you use motor oil.
Yeah, that's the one thing I like about photography. It's like seeing the behind the scenes. I don't like doing it, but I love seeing how they
think.
It's actually funny. Before I ever saw those things, I always wondered why don't they eat the food in commercials? If you ever see it, they go and never actually bite into it. So I always wondered. And then when I saw that, I was like, oh, they actually cannot eat.
Yeah. Oh no. And then there's I think with beer you use soap.
Yeah.
Because it creates like keeps the foam there.
The foam, yeah.
Yeah.
But you can create too much foam.
Fruits. Or no, wait. Cereal.
What do you do?
Oh man. Okay, so cereal. Okay, yeah. So cereal. Oh, I think it is, or is it?
You're talking about soup.
Well, there's different ways, but what you do is you put Jello. You cook your Jello.
Okay.
So your Jello's hard, so then the bowl's higher up. So then when you put your milk, the milk's only this high. So then when you put your fruits in it or your cereal, it just sits there. It doesn't drop down. And then you take your shots.
Because there's something to do with soup, where you have like your soup bowl, but you place a mini cup inside so that your garnish sits right on top. Yeah. And then if you need to swap it out, you can swap it out.
Like those elements, I would love to take things like that are so creative into what I do. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because like I think that's so clever that you can, think of those things and be like, this is how I'm going to put this so it works out.
Yeah. That's why trying different types of photography is amazing. Yeah. Because like you go for landscapes, you like we were talking about this before. Like you learn so many different aspects, and you can bring it all together into your craft. Yeah. Which is crazy.
No, exactly. That's perfect. Which actually leads into our good question. What's your favorite thing about shooting portraits?
People.
People?
Yeah, I'm a very introverted person.
Okay.
So I don't really get out much and do a bunch of things, but when I go shoot portraits, I get to meet people. I get to know their stories. Yeah. And like getting to shoot who they are is one thing that really interests me. So when I started doing photography, I started with landscapes. Okay. But when I switched to portraits, I never shot with models. I just shot regular people. Right? Okay. And so I would always ask them like, what do you like? What do you do? What is your style? So I could shoot, like get their vision, get it into my brain, and like whatever they want to see, I put it in my own version. Yeah. So like I really got to liking that.
Oh yeah, no, I agree with you on that. Like definitely nice to, and especially hearing people's like kind of like almost their life story as well. Yeah. Like know where people came from, kind of what they're doing. Like I find that so fascinating. Yeah. Like learning stuff like that.
That's why I hate studio. Well, I don't hate studio. I just rather do it outside because what I like to do is you meet up I can't speak today. You meet up the model and then you go for a 5-minute walk or whatever to your location and you can just talk about right, and you get to know them, they get to know you, and then you can actually like understand what they like, what they don't, and from there you can actually start shooting.
Especially helps them feel comfortable.
Exactly.
As
well. The evolution of the shoot is crazy from when you first take that first shot and
loving the process you get into more than the final product.
Yeah, and then you get into the groove and you're almost not shooting.
Yeah.
You're hanging out, doing this, boom, 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 and it's like
exactly.
Unlike studio, I still don't have a system nailed down to make it super fun and comfortable, right? Just because like if you're doing like higher end people and it's not like just by higher end I mean like
business
kind of like you can't blast some like music with like foul language going on, so you gotta find tunes that are like decent enough that you're allowed to play.
It depends on the person, but yeah,
I know exactly. Yeah, but you have to find that balance between like super fun and chill, and it has to look professional, or else you'd be like, I don't really want to hire you because it's not this professional, right?
Yeah.
So you gotta find that balance and make them comfortable, because a lot of people hate taking pictures in front for studio because they don't know what they're doing. So I still gotta find that groove and try to set that up. But
someone told me once before that whenever they're doing like their studio stuff, they used to give their clients shots.
Oh, really?
Give them a shot of alcohol because it generally like it'll relax people, right?
I've had people that I've never given people shots, but I've had people that drank before.
Yeah. Same here. We had people
like out of their purse.
Oh, we had one girl. I won't say her name or anything, but one girl went to go shoot at our apartment once, and like she was like 6 or 7 or 8 shots deep, like just loving every single photo. It does make for a good shoot, but it also makes for an interesting shoot, and you got to know how to play with that.
Yeah, that was interesting for me when I first saw that. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
because in my head I'm like, oh, so you need to do this to shoot, but you still want to shoot. I never understood that. But I'm like, some people get comfortable differently, right? So I was like, okay.
Like some people smoke and stuff like that. It just gets them in the right mindset or whatever. Yeah,
whatever works for that person. Like,
no judgment zones.
There's a contract. Make sure I don't get blamed.
If anything breaks or anything happens, not my fault. Like, I'm covered by all of this.
Oh man, yeah.
So why do you shoot like events and stuff like that, or even weddings? Because I know you shoot that.
Yeah, so weddings, like I shot a wedding because I worked with somebody who does events. I used to do just personal portraits with her.
Yeah.
And then she had a friend who was getting married, and she asked me like, do you do weddings? I didn't really, but I'm like, you always do it.
Oh, yeah, sure.
You do everything.
No doubt. As long as you know you can get it done, you'll take it.
I say yes, and then Google or YouTube, So I said that I told her I'd do it. I did it. I actually enjoyed it. Like, it's nice because like it's a nice environment. Everybody's happy. It's pretty chill. I thought it was going to be worse because I've heard some really bad wedding stories.
Yeah.
But so far, I've liked doing weddings. It's something that I want to continue doing. first it's good content.
Yeah.
Everybody loves weddings.
Yeah.
Right. So when you post weddings, people are like happy, especially like Facebook and places like that, where like all their demographic and stuff. Yeah. Engagement shoots. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it's work that you get a lot of referrals from.
Yeah.
Right. You shoot somebody's wedding or engagement when their friends get engaged and they ask.
Yeah.
Like you're there,
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's fun working with the couples.
Yeah.
Like, oh, do this, do that. Like seeing them really happy. Like. I watched like some tutorials like I'll tell them to whisper their favorite vegetables in the ear and stuff. Just tell them silly stuff and it like actually works and it reflects. So I like that. I like work that like when somebody sees it, they have a reaction to it.
Oh, exactly.
And those kind of shoots usually bring that.
Yeah, you can get so artistic with those ones too.
Oh,
That's what I like about it. It's like it's a crossover between event and like full out creative portraits.
Yeah.
You can mix it and mingle it together, which is amazing.
Yeah.
Right?
No, exactly.
Actually, I was doing a wedding. I was doing a wedding as a second photographer. Just as they're doing the vows, I go get a low shot and my pants go and my pants ripped in the middle of the ceremony. I was like,
did anyone hear it?
Oh my god. Oh yeah.
It was just all silent room
too. It was pretty loud. It was so funny. But even that was like such a great experience. It's like, that's why I like the wedding was just like everyone's just having a good time. So like that to them was like So,
yeah.
Like I was kind of like, oh my god, I can't believe I just did that. But everybody's chilling, so I'm like, oh, okay, so just continue shooting, pants ripped and stuff. Like, yeah, it was a good time. It's a good wedding story that I have.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Yeah.
That's too funny.
I have yet to rip a pair of pants in the photo shoot.
I've ripped one.
I know. So I'm the only one from here that still hasn't ripped the pants from that. Actually, wait. Yeah, I did.
That's surprising because you're doing all kinds of.
It was a club. It was a club shoot. I come home like, oh fuck.
It was a what shoot?
Club when I was working at the club for pictures.
Oh yeah, clubbing. Wow.
Yeah,
I was going.
How do you like shooting clubs?
Interesting.
Yeah,
it's different. I don't know.
I was so scared for my camera.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
like I wouldn't mind it, but I don't know.
But that's the thing. Like it's
gotta be the right club.
Yeah. Like the club I was in, like it wasn't crammed, packed, so I can move around. I was fine. But if a club that's like super compact, you just have to lift your camera up and just hold your hand and just walk through.
You're wearing a strap while you're like
I found it difficult to shoot because like 2 people will come and you get the shot and there's like 30 people come in. It's like oh okay, you gotta back up. It's like by the time it's like mid 40 seconds, I haven't taken the shot. People keep getting in the shot. I'm like
I'm done with this.
I had so many problems too because I had my 20-35.
That thing sucks.
So it's an L series lens. I got it off my buddy. First L series lens that is wide that Canon ever made.
Oh.
So I put it on. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be great. Like it's an L lens. Let's go. I shoot. I can't even focus on Ace from here.
Oh.
Like the focus would be like it would get the background and not right. Try doing clubs, man. Club is like this.
Yeah.
So I'm there like trying to back up, trying to make it work. And the other problem was like it wouldn't focus at night, right?
Yeah.
So I'd have to take my phone in one hand, turn on my flash at people with my phone, so I can get the first flash, and then I can actually fire my actual flash on.
That's
and the edges were so soft on that thing.
Oh, it's cool effects, but like
it's cool, but like if you're trying to get a sharp shot,
you gotta crop it. You gotta crop it. That's why you shoot for a flame.
Jesus.
Yeah, but yeah, good experience. I mean, hey, it was fun. I know how to do it. It helped me get into events and like understanding using flash and stuff. So I didn't mind it.
Always part of the process, right?
Oh, yeah.
You gotta do a bunch of things before you get to like what you actually enjoy and what pays you well.
100%.
But you meet so many people doing that too, right?
There's so many connections, especially bring business cards, like so many connections in clubs. Yes, people are hammered, but hey, you could get business out of it. You never know.
With the bartenders and people like that was chill. But like if people are plastered, I'm like, yeah, just send me a DM and I'll send you pictures. Yeah, that never happened. They followed me, but like it never happened. They're plastered.
You're trying to gain followers? Boom, go.
Oh, no, exactly. That's what happened. Like, yeah, just follow my page and DM me. They never DM'd me, but I gotta follow. Gain something out of it. Get 10 followers.
Yeah. So, how'd you get started working with brands?
The first brand I worked with was Lens Ball.
Lens Ball.
Yeah, like they have the
lens, the crystal balls.
Oh, Lens Ball.
Yeah, Lens Balls.
I heard Lance Ball. I was like, who's Lance Ball?
Yeah. So the way they reached out to me. So what happened was, I saw somebody take a shot with one of them.
Yeah.
So I went on Amazon and tried to look for one, but they didn't have that one.
Okay.
But they had like a cheaper version.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I just bought it. And I took a shot with it, and it was pretty good for that time.
Before it became the typical
they featured it, and then they were like, hey, we like your work. Would you like to like work with us? We'll send you we'll send you the product and et cetera. So I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah.
So they sent me the product and I loved it because the one I had wasn't specifically for that purpose.
Okay.
The ones they make are for photography.
Oh, okay.
So the glass and everything is different.
Yeah.
So that's how I started working with them. So after that, I was like, oh, okay, maybe I should hit up brands. Myself. That was kind of hard because I had no clue how to message a brand.
And no one really teaches that.
Yeah.
Except for, I think Chris Howe just started talking about that and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's
so
a good video to watch.
I went to look at female bloggers.
Okay.
Because I see they work with a lot of brands. So they give you a lot of strategy, as a lot of them had templates and stuff. So that's basically what I did. I went and I saw templates, see what they did, and just kept trying to do that. But I've stopped now because after a while I started getting a lot of contacts from brands that wouldn't fit my style.
Okay, yeah.
So I figured I can't do that because it's gonna mess up my content. It's gonna change what I do. So I wanted to just focus more on the art. And now that I have more established like what I like to do, I'm probably gonna start hitting them up again. And my numbers are better. I know how to talk to them better. Because it's hard, like sending an email, as easy as it is, it's also difficult.
Yeah.
If you don't know what to say, you don't know how to negotiate, which is the hardest part. I lost probably a lot of things with brands because I just didn't know how to negotiate, right? They hit me up and I just don't know how to answer properly. Yeah. So you're right, like a lot of, you don't have a lot of things that teach you that. You know, it's like, oh, they get deals with brands, but they don't really go step by step.
Not exactly.
But what I would say is if you're going to work with a brand, like honestly, look at their content a lot, see what they like, and if it fits you, and then emulate their work, but in your own way. Yeah. And when you message them, like send them the work. Yeah. Like, this is what I do. Not just your Instagram, but show that you've already put in the effort.
No, yeah, that's
You know what I mean? So when they see it, because they get messages from everybody.
Oh, yeah.
So you have to stand out, right? So when they see it and like, oh, okay, look, he does this, he does that, he does that. Yeah. It gives you a better chance. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Actually, like working with them.
Yeah. And one thing that I found too is like, so if I see a brand, I'll go to their tagged place and see the kind of people that like that brand. Right? What are the people that this brand attracts?
Yeah, like what's their market type of thing.
Right?
Yeah.
So then I go and I would shoot with people that look like that market. Right?
That's smart. That's something I didn't know. That's smart.
Yeah. So for me, it's always been like that. Like, for example, so when I first started shooting and I wanted to make money, I had no clue how to make money with photography. So what did I do? I went and I looked at Instagram. I would look at people that had the worst pictures, but a lot of friends and a lot of comments. So I know if I shoot them, that great picture that they've never seen in their friend's Instagram, it's going to be like, whoa, who took this? Yeah. Rather than if you work with models, they post good pictures every day. So that's what I started doing. And it got me a lot of business. Because people are not used to seeing that, like, oh, who took your picture? Blah, blah, blah. They click on my name.
Yeah, that's smart.
So then their friends would pay me, right? Because now when their friends hit me up, I'm like, oh, this is what I charge. Yeah. And I charged, when I started, I charged $30. I put that out there.
Hey, we've all been there.
And it was, it was like $30 and I was sending like 50, 60 pictures.
Not 500?
That's happened. 500, 9, like 90. All types of numbers. Yeah. But there was a lesson that I learned early on. Like, look at what's not there and look at what's there. Yeah. Like, I could clearly see they get a lot of comments. They get a lot of engagement on poor pictures. Yeah. So that's going to stand out. So that's honestly how I got to shooting a lot of portraits.
Oh, that's really smart.
Yeah. And then I've had a couple of boosts. Like, Nurse City, like, had an article, like 13 photographers that take on real pictures of the city when they used to do landscapes. Yeah. So that gave me a boost. Which was weird because like after that was all landscape, but a lot of people wanted to shoot with me. Yeah, they didn't understand. I'm like, I don't really do portraits. This was like what,
I do now.
2017.
Yeah.
So that helped.
Like,
but
Faces Auto probably helped too.
Yeah, that was crazy too.
Man, that was awesome.
Like, it's weird. Things like Narcity and Faces, whatever, always happen when I'm not in Canada. Like, I'll leave for holidays, usually where I have poor access to internet, and then I'll get a message from somebody like, "Oh, you're this and that." I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Whoa." Yeah, so Faces was crazy. The Faces nomination, like, although awards and stuff is not something that I'm really looking for.
Yeah, it's nice to have that.
Yeah, it's like, it's the recognition that you are going the right way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Win or lose, you're going the right way.
Yeah.
The work you're putting somebody seeing, because often you don't see that your work is being seen.
Yeah.
You know, so
like, you know, people are liking it and stuff, but you don't like actually like.
Yeah, you don't get to like see like people really appreciate your work.
Mm-hmm.
So that made me think like people are nominating you in this. I'm like, okay, I want to really focus more on this.
Yeah.
Because you know, as a person that does something for yourself, there's times you doubt yourself. Should I continue?
Yeah,
whatever?
no doubt.
So those little things.
It gives you that boost.
Yeah.
That like,
okay, even the confidence that you
gotta keep going.
You kind of didn't need, but you need it at the same time.
Yeah. Like it gives you just that extra push. Like, whoa, I can't believe this happened to me. You know.
Yeah.
So like when that happened, I was like, I probably won't win this. That was the first thing that came to my head. But I was like, I don't care if I win. I got nominated.
Yeah.
So, you know, like, so I campaigned for it, didn't win. But I was like, let me push for this next year.
Yeah.
Why not? Whether win or lose, like, just push for it.
Exactly.
And I feel like that's going to make you work even harder.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because you have a goal.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, set a goal and then actually put in the work towards it. It's one of the hardest things and the biggest things to do is actually, like, put in the work to get there.
Yeah. It's really hard. And, like, I feel like it's something that people don't understand. Because, like, for example, like, I really like the things that you say. Like, be positive.
Yeah.
Like, think about your goals and all those things. But I feel like a lot of people will think, okay, if I just think positive, things will happen. That's not true.
No.
Thinking positive and
it's
thinking,
a start.
Yeah. But it's like, that should just make you want to do the things.
Yeah.
Doing the things is what's going to get you there.
Exactly.
So
you know what I mean?
An easy example is the gym. Okay, cool. I'll go to the gym. Yeah. Like, I'll get a membership. Yeah, I'll go tomorrow. No, and you end up not doing it, or you go for like that month or that 2 month, and then you're done. You just gotta keep going. Just keep It's legit. That's what it is. It's a goal. Just keep going.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously the first thing is to start and then just continue.
Exactly. Yeah. Start low and then just build it out.
Yeah,
consistency is key.
Yeah, go for it.
Because I was gonna say, like, editing for me, for example, was something I don't know. I posted a couple probably weeks ago how I hated Photoshop.
Yeah.
But it's because, like, I would try to take one picture and do it and get frustrated. But it's like, what if I focus on one thing every day?
Yeah.
About editing. You know? Like, so for this week, I'm just going to focus on how to edit eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, 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 boom. I did that. And I'm like, okay, now I know how to do this.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm going to try to do skin. Boom, 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 boom. Do this. So it's like, just keep every day, just do something. Even if it's 20 minutes. Even if it's just 15 minutes. Just do it, because it's like sometimes it's more about the habit than the time that you put in.
Oh, exactly.
You know what I mean? Versus like putting because what I used to do Photoshop, I do it for 6 hours one day and then never touch it again.
Yeah.
Right? Versus if you do 20 minutes every day for a month.
Yeah.
Like the hours that you're gonna accumulate is so much more.
Exactly.
So like stop trying to watch like 20 videos and then so instead of focusing on one image and doing everything on one image. Watch a video, learn how to do eyes, like you were saying, and then instead of just watching and be like, okay, that's cool. How do you do lips? How do you do the skin? How do you do this? Stop watching videos. Watch one video. Cool, it's eyes. Boom, go to your computer, do it.
Yeah. Like
it's all about like memory. So like if you do it, then you're like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And you can watch like 10 videos on eyes and get different perspective, and then create your own style.
Yeah.
And once you have that pattern down, then you can move on to the next
step. And even if you have the capability, run 2 screens. Watch the video and actually do it while you're watching.
That's what I do now.
Yeah, that's how I started. It was insane.
If you have the capability to do it, or just split screen it, even though it's kind of shitty on a laptop.
Back in the days, I would just go back to that, stop it. Okay, go back to Photoshop, put it in, go back. Oh man. But
I like how on the Macs you can swipe across, like super quick swipe across.
Yeah.
Which helps.
Yeah.
I got hotkeys, guys.
Yeah, well, I can do that too.
Yeah, with your finger. Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Back to the podcast.
Yeah. No, like honestly, like little sometimes goes a long way.
Yeah.
It's one thing that I've had to learn. Like just even if you don't want to, because starting sometimes is like the hardest part.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you don't want to, just like get yourself in there, because sometimes you feel like I don't feel like doing this, and then you're doing it for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Like I'm like I don't feel like editing, but then I'll sit on my computer, and then
Just
3 hours in, I'm like, whoa, I've been editing for 3 hours.
Time to eat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like if I didn't just take that first step,
Yeah.
I'm losing the whole day doing nothing. You know?
No, I feel you on that. Like, especially like even talking about this, I need to get back to reading my goals because I've slacked on it so hard and like working out and stuff.
And it changes. It really changes. Like
Yeah.
I realize like if I don't do like those little things, within a week I've lost so much work that I didn't do. I'm not getting the same amount of clients that I'm getting. You know what I mean? Like I told you, I've been having a great week.
Yeah.
It's just because like I've been shooting a lot and I've been meeting people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then people talk about you, and then you get jobs.
Exactly. Like even for me now, like I feel I'm not as productive because I haven't been going biking every day. I haven't been working out. I haven't been reading my goals. You don't feel motivated to do stuff. But like having that constant reminder, okay, this is where I want to go. This is where I'm headed. This is what I need to do to get there. Kind of makes you actually want to work for it.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, because otherwise you're just like lost and you end up doing nothing.
Yeah.
Every human needs a routine, however small it is. Either like a bed routine, a morning routine, a little something to keep you like, okay, every single day I need to get up. What's the reason why? Do that little thing.
Yeah.
And that little thing will be like, okay, now I'm up and I'm motivated. Now I can do my work.
Yeah.
Because you don't have no routine or no like sleep schedule or anything. You're just like
a zombie.
You're chicken with a head cut off. You're just running all over the place trying to catch up with your day.
Yeah.
So you just have that little routine, and it'll just like keep you in like intact.
Obviously, I understand that it's hard to do that sometimes. Like even me doing this Mud Hero stuff, I've been kind of struggling with a whole lot of stuff. But it's definitely good to like just kind of push and keep doing it and work on it.
However small it is.
Yeah.
Like it'll help.
Yeah, and if you feel like if you don't like, let's say you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, like let's say whether it's editing or whatever, you don't feel like doing that, there's always something else you can do.
Mm-hmm.
So for example, like magazine features, it's something that also I never thought about, but it's like if I'm not editing, I have a bunch of photos that are there. Mm-hmm. I'm not posting because some stuff can't go on my Facebook or my Instagram.
Yeah,
it doesn't fit the feed or the crop or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, why don't I look at magazines that publish the kind of work that I'm doing?
Yeah.
Right? And I don't know if you know Caviar. So if you go on Caviar with a K, that's a website that has a bunch of magazines that publish work.
Oh, okay.
So they have sometimes just story publishing, sometimes they have magazine publishing, sometimes just online publications. So you go in there and it's like hundreds and hundreds of magazines, and you look at stuff. Like they'll say like we need 4 to 6 pictures of this or this and that. So that's one of the things I did. The last art of portrait, I think. Yeah. Okay. So for that magazine, I was sitting with the Frankie, Dream and Idea.
Okay, yeah.
And I was waiting for him to finish some work, and I'm like, okay, I'm just sitting here. Why don't I just send pictures for publication?
Yeah.
I literally went to my portfolio folder.
Yeah.
I chose 6 pictures and I just sent them in.
Yeah.
And then
got published.
Yeah. I was like, oh, but you know what I mean? So it's that kind of thing. Like just do it.
Yeah.
Like don't wait for it. Just do it. Because it's like, okay, you don't feel like editing. You don't feel like doing that. But there's so much more to whatever you do. It's not just, for example, photography. It's not just taking pictures and going home and posting on Instagram.
No, exactly.
Right? The Instagram trap will mess you up.
Oh, 100%.
Right? You know what I mean? So there's more, like, I didn't understand that for the longest time.
Yeah.
I felt like if I shoot, go home, edit, and post on Instagram, I've worked.
Yeah.
But
there's so much behind the scenes stuff. Like,
there's so many other ways you can do it. Even stock photography.
Yeah.
Cool. You got like 25 images. You're gonna post one. Take those 25 landscapes. You can't always use portraits, but like landscapes or product shots or food or whatever. Just post them out. Yeah. Cool. You made like $20. Yeah, it's just $20, but
it accumulates over time as well too.
It's 20 extra bucks you can put back into
and it's something that you're learning about, right? Because like you have to have different avenues, especially in this day and age. Because it's like, okay, like there's a lot of people that are photographers. I was gonna do air quotes, but let me not do air quotes. Everybody has access to cameras, phones, etc. Right? So it's like, how do you set yourself apart? It's learning. Is when you're not shooting that you're separating yourself.
Exactly.
It's not while you're shooting, because like that's gonna come because you're gonna shoot.
Yeah.
The practice is gonna come. The editing is gonna come because it's natural. You love it. You're doing it. It's the rest, sitting on your computer reading about photo contests or different techniques, angles, this, all those different things are the things that are going to set you apart.
Exactly. And that, even talking about that, that's one reason we want to do this podcast. Yeah. Not that many people that we know have photography podcasts.
Yeah.
You know, it sets us apart, brings guests on, showcases their work. They get recognition. They hopefully get followers and engagement and possibly money off of this. And then we get the same thing back by them sharing it and stuff like that, and just grows.
Yeah. I think this is like, honestly, especially for Ottawa, this is the thing.
Yeah.
I just saw Ottawa hit 1 million people. There is a lot that can be done in Ottawa.
Yeah.
That's not being done. So like, that's why like I love you guys, because like I see you guys putting in work that I don't see other people putting in. So I love it. You know how it's just like you guys were doing photography, going into video, podcast, everything. Your mind is set to growth. Yeah. Right? Because when you get stagnant, that's when you die.
Yeah. You can always slow it down, but the second you stop, someone else is beating you.
Yeah. So, for example, I'm going to tell you this. So, I've always loved, like, taking pictures. Yeah. I never knew anything about photography, but when I grew up, I've always had, like, cameras. Yeah. My first big paycheck, I bought a camera. So, about maybe 5 years ago, when I bought my first camera, that was, like, I bought it myself, my paycheck, everything. Yeah. I didn't know what to shoot, so I'm like, oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna create an Instagram. This was early Instagram when it wasn't popping like that. Yeah. I was gonna call it Spots Ottawa, and I was just gonna go and shoot
random spots in Ottawa.
Yeah, spots in Ottawa. But what happened? There were 2 other people that I was getting involved with. They wanted to do it with me. Okay. So I was waiting for them. Oh, let's do this, let's do that. So it never happened. Yeah. So flashback to 2 years, 3 years after that, when Instagram really started blowing up, and I saw people doing what I was going to do, and now I'm playing catch up. Yeah, honestly, killed me, because I'm like, yo, that's my idea. I had that idea 3 years ago, but I was waiting for people. So that's one thing I would say too. Like, don't wait for anybody. Yeah, just do it, and along the way, you'll find people that are doing what you want to do.
Exactly.
Like, I've learned that way back, like, not way back, I'm 20, but like like when I was a kid, I'd watch like Shark Tank, and I'd be like, that's a super cool invention. I thought about that when I was a kid, but I never put into work. Yeah. And like, it's those little things, it's like, cool, it cuts your, like, those, okay, what it was is like those little things for freezies. So you put it on your fridge, it had a little cutter, so you put your freezie on it and you cut it, so you don't have scissors. Like little things like that. I was like, that is super helpful. That's super cool. So this is like, and everybody thinks about it, but nobody actually puts into work and tries to create it. So I was like, screw wait on people. Just do it.
Hell, even the example with a huge company, Uber. Look at how many people probably thought of Uber, but some people actually put in the work to do it. Yeah. Like, just put in the work, do stuff, and just be patient, and shit will come.
Yeah. Like, I feel like if you find somebody that has the same mindset, then y'all work for them or with them, I would say. Yeah. But if you have an idea and you have people with you, and within the first week or 2, when you guys are doing stuff, if it's not happening, just start doing it yourself. Yeah. Either they're gonna catch up and be like, whoa, let's do this. Yeah. Or along the way, you're gonna find people to do it. Exactly. Like, honestly, don't wait, because it'll be the worst thing you could ever do. Like, honestly, like, I've messed up so many things. Okay, so in 2013, I had a video go viral on Facebook and YouTube and blah, blah. Damn. Which, it's crazy.
What was it?
So I was, my life is so random. So I listened to K-pop, which is like Korean music. Yeah. So in Korean, nigga means you, right? Oh, okay. Or you are, or something like that. So there's a song that said that. And I was in my room bored. I didn't want to do work. So I was listening to the song and I just made a reaction to her saying that word. Yeah. So I go to sleep. I wake up and my Facebook's blowing up. I'm like, why do I have like 200 friend requests? And I saw it and it went viral and whatever. So from that, like, I could have continued to do it. Yeah. And pushed it. But I didn't. You know, I was like,
it's capitalizing on those moments.
Yeah. So it's like, I'm learning those things so much because I've had so many opportunities where, okay, this is where you are. Go. Yeah. But I'm not ready for it. Yeah. Because mentally, you know what I mean? You have to be in a place where you're like, when something happens, I feel you got to continue. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I feel like people miss those opportunities just because you're not ready. Yeah. Like, you really have to have your mindset. Like, if you want more out of life, get yourself in that mindset, because opportunities come. It's just whether you're ready for it or not.
Yeah, it's all about capital. Like, I feel you on that 100%. And I know I've talked to you about, like, your bank thing. When you started working for the bank.
Oh, yeah.
That story. Like, it's all about, like, whenever something comes, just go 100% in on it.
Yeah.
And don't even question it. Like, even me with, like, photography and videography, like, I'm still, in a way, half-assing it because I'm still working for other people and doing other shit, like Mud Hero and stuff like that. Like, and, like, end of the day, I'm totally okay with it. And as long as you're okay with doing stuff and don't want to complain about it, like, end of the day, I know that this money here is going to get me to Florida or LA and allow me to do what I actually want to do.
Yeah.
So,
all about patience.
Yeah.
Patient.
Right.
It takes a lot of patience. And also, like, shutting out outside noise.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I feel like shutting outside noise is not just, like, don't listen to what they say, but outside noise from your own head.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
You can't put things in your head that they're not true, but you're just gonna believe.
Yeah.
So, like, that's why for me, like, one thing that I'm trying to eliminate from my life is any types of categories or things that I don't decide myself. So what I mean is, like, whether it's age, nationality, blah blah, all these things.
Yeah.
Because what happens, like, somebody's like, oh, you're too old to be doing this, you're too young to be doing this, blah 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 blah.
And then you don't
if you really allow those things to be in your head, eventually you're gonna say that to yourself. Because, like I said before, when we do this, there's times you want to quit. You're like, there's no point in this. And
100%.
If you have that voice in your head that's saying, yeah, you're too old for this, whatever, you already have the reasons to quit all in your head because you let those things in.
Yeah.
Right? So I feel like those are one things that I just want to eliminate. Like, I don't want to hear about my age, my nationality, my this. Like, there's no photographers that are from here. There's no this that are from that. There's no, you know what I mean? You have
negativity.
To really,
shit. Yeah.
Like, I'm not those things. I am what I decide to do.
Yeah.
For example, for you dropped out of school, right?
Yeah.
You own that. I love that you have that in your bio because you own it.
You still have it in there.
Oh, it's staying in there.
Because nobody can tell you
it.
that and use it against you.
Exactly.
Right? Because you own it. Like, this is what I did. I decided to drop out. You know, so if somebody was to say that to somebody else, they might not have the mental thing to be like, fuck, I shouldn't be doing this. I should go back to school.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's somebody telling you, like, that's what you are.
Yeah.
Right? But if you tell yourself, yeah, that's the decision that I made,
yeah,
nobody can take that away from you.
Oh, 100%.
So honestly, like, I love that. Like I said, like, I respect you guys a lot.
Yeah.
Like, when I like post you guys in my story or whatever,
no,
it's not for anything else, but the fact that I respect what you guys do. Like, I see your mindset, and it's honestly inspiring.
No, I appreciate that a lot, man. That honestly means a lot.
Water break. Oh man. Surprisingly, we haven't hit the washroom yet.
Crazy. I feel like this is the most I've ever talked in my life.
It's good though.
There you go, man.
It's good though.
I don't talk that much, but I just feel like there's a lot to say.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
so much.
Exactly. That's another thing with the podcast. It actually, like,
Just
in a way, shows a true side of who photographers are.
Yeah.
Besides just seeing an image or a quick little 10-second story. Hey, I'm doing this today. Boom. Like,
we don't take just pictures.
yeah.
Yeah, with people we think
Exactly.
there's a lot that goes into, like, all the things that we do.
There's reasons behind doing certain things.
Yeah.
And that's something I wanted to get into more a lot too. Like, talk about why me and him shot the barbershop video. Or mainly his idea.
Well, yeah, we shot it. Yeah.
He asked me to help him shoot additional footage on it, so I shot it. Like, why I want to go to the car show and film that. Like, why you do stuff with brands. Why we collaborate with people. Like, there's a lot of stuff that people even don't know. There's a reason behind everything we do.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that's why, like, for example, I used to price myself, like, really, really poorly. Because I didn't understand how much work I was actually doing. Because I also got trapped in the fact that I love it.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Right?
Yeah.
Because
So it feels like a bonus, but it's like, wait, I'm actually working. Like,
yeah, like, I'm putting money into this.
Yeah, and, like, busting my off, like, just working. So I'm like, no. Especially things that I didn't really, once I started doing things that I didn't really enjoy, I'm like, there has to be something that I get out of this. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I could just
get exposure, man.
Especially when you start, because you're like, oh, I got $30 from the shoot. That's all profit. No, that's just paying off half your gas and, like, maybe, like, a 50th of your lens.
Yeah.
Like, that's nothing.
Yeah. I've lost out a lot of money thinking I'm making money.
but you're actually not. That's just like, that's one meal and gas.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and I feel like people don't have the appreciation for that.
Yeah.
I feel like that's also because like everyone has access to a camera and everybody says they're a photographer, so everybody just thinks everybody does the same thing, but it's like we don't. Not everybody has the same process. Not everybody does the same thing. We all work differently. We all have different reasons why we do it. We all have different expenses. You know what I mean? Like I just bought a full frame camera, so it's like my expenses are different now.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's like it's hard to get sometimes people to understand those things.
It's just like everybody has a value. Like they think about value in a different way. It's like, cool, I bought a pair of shoes for $200. Like these are awesome. Everybody's gonna love them. Blah blah. Maybe that's super valuable for somebody. Somebody's like, or somebody else would be like, that's crazy. I just paid $20. It's a shoe. I walk in it. That's what it's supposed to do. It's not supposed to make me look hype and all this, right? Like there's different mentalities. So sometimes when people are like, oh, that's super expensive, that's fair enough. For you, it's maybe expensive. It's not something you want to invest in or you don't see value in it. For sure.
Yeah.
I'd rather work with somebody that actually sees the value and actually wants to do it. It's just people have different mentalities. You just have to, it is what it is. And you just got to get rid of, well, not rid, but like push the ones that you don't want to work with or they don't see value.
Or work with them less.
Yeah, or they'll see value with somebody else that does it lower price and they like that.
No, exactly.
Everybody has a different budget. You just have to like adapt to it.
Yeah.
Because there's one thing that I heard when I was like researching photography and stuff that really made me like understand that there's like real value. Like they were talking, I was looking at headshots and stuff like that, and I was looking at LinkedIn and other stuff like that, and the guy said that picture of yours could get somebody a job. Right?
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, that's true. I've shot for people that have gained a lot from using my photos.
Exactly.
So there is value in that, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, if I'm shooting with you and I'm able to give you that value, I need to get some value back.
Exactly.
So that was something that also made me understand, like, yeah. And it's like media, like we consume media like crazy. It's funny how people like scoff at like artists and photographers when all that we do for most of the day is consume media.
Yeah.
You're looking at pictures and videos and listening to music all day. You know what I mean? Everything, all the products that you use come from advertising. You know what I mean? Which is what? Videos and pictures.
Photos, writing.
You know what I mean? So
copywriters, stuff
it's
like
funny how much value there is, but people don't want to put the value into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just don't see it. That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's what happens to a lot of people. They don't see value in it.
And like,
right?
I don't know where I was gonna go with that thought.
Yeah, it's just like honestly, I fail to understand that.
Yeah.
Because you watch Netflix all day, right? That's media. There's writers, there's photographers, and all that stuff. You know.
Everything.
Yeah.
So it's all to do with what we do.
Yeah.
You know.
And then people complain about prices and stuff like that. Like, obviously, if it's not in the budget, it's not in the budget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like,
I just don't understand people that take offense to it. Like if I give you a price, you might say, "Oh, okay, that's a little bit over budget. Sorry." That's fine. I'm fine with that. Like, listen, you can go to somebody else that does something different for a lower price.
Yeah.
But when people like act like you're saying the craziest thing, I don't understand. Like, yo, that's my price. That's what I value my time.
Yeah.
That's what I value my gear. You know what I mean? Like, eventually I'm gonna have to buy another camera because I'm using it on you, my shutter and everything.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So.
And you can bring that back to even like mechanics, or like when you go to Mr. Lube, get an oil change, or like your tires didn't break. Okay, yeah, you think it's super expensive, but half that money is for parts.
Yeah.
They get maybe what, like 5% off that part, and all the money is all their time and knowledge
and labor.
Labor. Yeah, labor's super expensive because that's the only way to make the money. Because everything else they have to buy for the gear and everything. Like every shop has maybe like $100K, if not more, in gear to fix your car.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, okay, it's super expensive. Like I know everybody's like, fuck, I'm gonna waste all my money, but like, they have to fucking make money. They have to live out of that money too.
Yeah.
So like, you gotta just see value in things and be like, yeah, that's your price. That's your price.
I guess that's also in photographers too. Right. We gotta be more vocal about that. I think too.
Yeah.
Because I know I'm not, and I probably should be. Like, get people to understand that, like, this is not like it's not like my gear's never gonna break. It's not like I don't have to upgrade my gear. Like, this is not. I just do this and money just comes.
Yeah.
Because that's what it feels like people think. You just do it and. It's just all profit. That's
why, like, I like breaking down my prices.
Yeah.
I can break down my price. This is my hourly rate. Here's my gas price. Here's this, and this. That's why it's that price.
Yeah.
Or else people, right? So if you, let's just say I charge someone $1,000 or $500 or even like $20, why am I paying that much? Or that price.
Yeah.
This is the reasons why. Because you're getting this, and then they're like, oh, okay, I'm actually seeing the value in what I'm getting.
Yeah.
And then now that they understand, then you can go, oh,
it's all good.
all right, we're over. All right. But yeah, like they actually see the value in it, and they're like, okay, I actually appreciate all this time and effort into it, and then, right. So that's how I like to do it, because then more people get on board and understand that there's actually a reason why it's all this price.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that, because I feel like that will work.
Yeah.
Like, I'm curious. You don't have to talk numbers, but like, how do you break down your pricing when you're sending it to people?
So it depends.
Like, let's say for a normal event.
An event, so I charge I do a minimum of 2 hours.
Okay.
And then so I have a rate for that for the first 2 hours,
Right.
and then I have a different rate for every hour after that.
Yeah.
So that's how I price it. So let's say, like, could be like 175 for the first 2 hours, and then 75 every hour after that. Yeah. So that's what I would do for an event.
Do you charge editing as well, or do you include that in it? Do you charge rental fee? You charge?
No, I just charge my, as right now, just my hourly.
Okay.
But it could change, because like it's like thing, like with photography, you're always learning and evolving, right? So it's like, this is my first time really shooting events consistently.
Yeah, that's fair.
Right? So as I do that, I'm probably gonna learn, okay, this is what my costs actually are. Because you don't know when you do your first shoots what your costs actually are.
Exactly.
How long it takes you to edit. Because like I do something different usually.
Yeah.
So like, how long is it gonna take me to edit? Like, let's say if they want 300 pictures, or somebody wants 500 pictures or 100 pictures.
Yeah.
So as you learn and evolve, I think that's when, like, you actually learn your pricing.
No, yeah, that's why I find it's beneficial to do free work.
Yeah.
Even doing normal portrait work, you wouldn't know how much to charge unless you've done it for free, and you could figure out, okay, it takes me this long, I'm gonna charge this much.
Yeah. Like, I find free work really important. Just like, quick point, because like I think some people don't understand. There's free and there's free. So there's free work that still has value. Free doesn't always mean like you don't get money. Like, I'm doing something for free doesn't mean that I'm not getting any value. Yeah. And I'm not, like, networking, right? If it's something that could get you clients, if you do something for free that gets you 3 clients, you didn't do it for free. Yeah. You did it for the 3 clients. Exactly. Right? So that's something that people should understand, because like a lot of people say, don't do free work, don't ever do free work. I think that's terrible advice. Oh, I agree with you. Don't do free work that doesn't benefit you. Exactly. Like, they need to add that in there. Yeah. Because if I didn't do free work, I wouldn't be where I am today.
Yeah, exactly. You don't learn.
Yeah.
You don't like learn. It doesn't have to be monetary value. Yeah. Right? So I can do a shoot for free, but it doesn't have to be monetary. From that shoot, like you were saying, you can grab so many more things from that.
Yeah. Again, clients, let's know. Who knows? In 5 years, that client's getting married. Oh, I shot with this guy 5 years ago. I wonder if he's still doing photography. Yeah.
Or even practice. When you're starting out, you're practicing. Yeah. Your free work is your practicing time. That's the time that you're putting into your craft. Yeah. So you're not doing it for free. You're doing it to learn. Exactly. But now if somebody wants to shoot, you're driving 3 hours to shoot them, you lose gas, and you don't care about the shoot, don't do that, because that's free. You're just doing somebody a favor at that point. Yeah. Right? So it's like, that's the difference.
Oh, exactly. Like, one thing I find for pricing is, like, I try and break down, like, I'll do, like, obviously your fee to, like, go there and stuff like that. And then I'll break down, like, this is how much I charge to edit, how many images you're getting with that. And then I'll break down, like, rental fee and, like, gas and stuff like that. Yeah. And, like, I find that helps a lot because it shows them what they're paying for. Yeah. And I also put rental fee in there because end of the day, you're paying $6,000 for a camera. Yeah. That camera breaks. Yes, you've made money, but that's money for your time, money for your editing, money for your gas. You have nowhere where you actually made money towards gear.
Yep. That makes sense.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's that extra money you can put in a savings account if ever goes to
the crap. You pay for your Dropbox, you pay for all your programs, the Adobe stuff. Like, I find that, like, even just charging rental fee, making that extra money towards in case something breaks, helps so much.
Yeah. Those little things.
I'm learning a lot right now. I definitely have to do that. And I think, too, it protects you because everybody knows exactly what's happening. Yeah. Right?
So you have a problem with it? Hop on a phone call. I'll break everything down for you. This is why I charged it. This is how much. And, like...
Yeah, you know exactly what's going on. They can't just be like, oh, you're charging me too much. No, I'm not too much. This is why it's this. You know what I mean? You have an answer. Because sometimes that's the hard part. If you don't really have an answer. Yeah. Right? You just have a price that you put in your head. Okay, this is what I think it is. Yeah. You tell them, like, oh, why is it that? You know what I mean? Yeah. So having that, I understand how that could be really useful. Exactly. For yourself, too, and then for them as well.
Yeah. And then, like, breaking down rental fee, like, we have VizTech. Yeah. Go on VizTech, figure out how much they cost for your day rate of rentals. $35 for a lens. You charge like the exact same price, or you'll bring it down a bit. You know, and that gives you a rough idea. This is how much it would cost me to go rent that. I already have it, but I'm still gonna charge for that in case this lens breaks.
Yeah.
And then stuff like that. Like, I just find that helps so much for you as well, because that makes you. At the end of the day, it is making you more money, but it makes you more money towards like getting better gear, taking better photos, like stuff like that.
And then the other thing that a lot of people miss, and then I'm starting to do now, like we were talking. I always say this. We were talking about this earlier, and every single time I say that on a podcast. But
well, we were.
Yeah, I know. Consultations,
Mm-hmm.
right? I'm through DMs, through a phone call, or through email. I spend maybe an hour or two planning the shoot. That's 2 hours of my time planning a shoot for you.
Yeah.
Why am I not getting paid for that? Why am I wasting 2 hours planning a shoot? Location, what's the theme? What are you guys gonna wear? How are we gonna go about it? Here's a mood board. Okay, you guys like this, you don't like that.
Yeah.
Go
Do I
back
need
and
to get
forth.
permits? Stuff like that.
Like, that's a lot of time to set up a shoot.
Yeah.
Might as well. Here's why my price is a little higher, because I actually will sit down with you a week before, set up a plan with you guys, so you guys understand fully what's going on, and then let's do it.
Do you guys do deposits?
Yeah.
Because it's one thing that I've been really bad with. Like events and stuff like that, I'm really good with. People, it's one thing that
It all depends, right? Like,
if
you should, no matter what, you should. No
Yeah,
matter
that-
what, you should.
that is my thing.
When it comes to portraits, same here, man. Same here. It's like,
and I don't get why, because
We
why is that? Why is that?
because we trust one person instead of a corporate or an event, right? An event, like, nah, you're paying me half, because, like,
Well,
you bail me, you bail. Like,
But
especially
they
'cause-
they usually should be more trustworthy than
I know.
one person that can give you any excuse,
exactly.
right?
my thing on it is because generally events will pay you more.
Okay.
So if, let's say, I'm charging $500 for the event and I'm taking 50% deposit, non-refundable, that's $250. If they cancel me, I just got paid $250.
Yeah, but with a person,
If it's a portrait shoot, let's say you're charging $100,
yeah,
I made $50 or $100. I'm not too worried about that money.
yeah, but it's like, okay, first you lost money and it's opportunity cost.
Yeah, I get what you're
'Cause,
saying.
for example, so I've had somebody that wanted to shoot with me, paid shoot. I think this is the third weekend that is supposed to happen.
Yeah.
I've never charged him a deposit. The second time I was gonna charge him a deposit, he had already said, let's do it next week.
Yeah.
But that's 3 times that I've booked time with the
Mhm.
person. I would never allow that to happen with an event.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Exactly.
I still don't know why we're like
I
that
don't
with
know.
regular people, because it's like, it's still the same work.
Yeah.
So like, why do we approach it differently? Because when a company approaches me, it's business. It's
Yeah.
ready to go. But when it's a person, it's usually, I don't know, I guess it's more
I
friendly,
just have that
more
trust.
personal.
I don't know.
For some reason, I have that so much more trust.
I
For
trust-
some reason.
or
Have you been scammed before by a person?
Well, I mean, I wasted my time doing consulting, and like setting up a whole shoot, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, no," right? That's why I want.
Yeah.
That's why I'm trying to reinforce consultation
Yeah.
fees and deposits, because like I gotta meet up with you or like just DM, make sure everything's good, and then we do the shoot. That's still my time wasted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might as well get 50% in case you drop out. I still wasted 2 hours setting it up for you,
Yeah.
and it never happened. Might as well get half.
Because I've
Whatever.
had somebody who I shot, sent the pictures to, didn't pay me,
Oh, I remember.
was
Oh.
leaving me on scene, and using my pictures and tagging me.
Okay, yeah, that.
I
So
wouldn't have sent the photos.
yeah, that's what I do.
But that's what I did. I trust.
Okay.
I trust
You
them.
trust-
Because,
yeah.
so what happened was, we finished the shoot, and she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna transfer you the money." I'm like, "Okay." So she's about to transfer money. It's like, "Oh, my Scotiabank app is not working," which happens. I've had that happen.
Yeah.
So I'm like, "Okay, don't worry." So I got home, did the work, just sent her the pictures because I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, it's her app is down.
Yeah.
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 Did you ever end up getting paid?
Yeah, because she wanted to do another shoot with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you're paying me first before that.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I was asking. Because it's one thing that I probably need to get better at, and I wanted to see where other photographers are at
Yeah.
when it comes to
Yeah.
just working with regular people.
I find a lot of that stuff's last minute too.
A lot
True.
of portrait shoots are.
A lot
So
of
what I
portraits-
like.
Yo, can you
yeah.
come shoot tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people don't have the money right then, or they want to pay you cash, so then they go take it out. You know?
Yeah, so that's when I don't mind it, because I rather meet up. We're doing a shoot. It's either you pay me before the shoot, which is probably best, or like after the shoot.
Yeah.
And like, okay, if they don't pay me, then I wasted my time, but they're not getting a picture, so might as well just pay me. Like, it's still bad.
It's a rough area. Yeah.
But-
But like
I get paid before or
either
after
way,
the
like
shoot.
I wouldn't have sent I don't send photos until I
Yeah, that
receive
was-
a deposit. or I've been paid.
Yeah, that was a rookie mistake. That was like one of my first shoots, and I was like,
it is.
I'm glad it happened.
It's so good to learn it then.
Yeah.
Then when you're doing like, let's say it's a $10,000 shoot, you wasted so much time, you didn't get paid. Like,
yeah. So the early on, I was like, yeah, I probably shouldn't trust people. But it's like, yo, we shot, you know what I mean? We talked, we were there, so you don't even feel like this person's gonna scam me.
Yeah.
And it would never have crossed my mind.
And then it happens, and you're like, wow.
Yeah, I was like,
you're just like, okay.
Yeah, when she tagged me in the photo, I was like, so you leave me on scene when I ask you for payment, but then you're gonna use the photo to tag me? Like, it's so disrespectful.
Yeah.
So so I really wanted to know, because like it's weird, like probably only 1 or 2 people I've ever done deposits for is when it's like a regular shoot.